We're looking at the top of the Steinway A, just to show you. We did this this little section here. It's just the opening flap, and here's an area which we didn't do. You can see a little bit more damage. It needs to be worked on. And here it looks really nice. So the top is usually the worst area, and that needs to be worked on, cleaned up. And this is exactly the same in the same light after we've done a little bit of stuff to it, and it looks really beautiful. The whole piano all the way around is great. The only damage is right here. This little spot there, that's the damage. I think that's the worst on the piano. From a soundboard perspective, there are zero open cracks, but you can see this, a little crack here, a little crack there, but not open, a little crack there. This one is actually on the soundboard. It stops very soon into this section, and here in the middle area there's no cracks at all. There are some blemishes, but they've been there since day one. They're, I don't know what they are, little grain marks or something. And the patina of the soundboard is absolutely gorgeous. It's a gold color. We don't want to refinish this. We just want to clean it up. Here, this is in fact possibly a tiny crack, but not even. Certainly there is nothing that is open and nothing that I would wish to repair. You can't feel anything across there, so it seems to be intact. We've cleaned up the plate a little bit. Here you can see it's pretty messy still. And really what we would like to do is refinish the plate, because the paint on it is very thin, and it doesn't take to cleaning particularly well. The soundboard, on the other hand, is great. The bridges are intact. There are no cracks in the bridges. That is just amazing. That a piano of 111 years has such strong structure, and you certainly don't want to change that part. The piano is a Model A. This is the serial number, which puts it at 1911. And the rest of the plate, we bronzed that area a little bit, and here it's kind of yellow. As soon as you try and clean it, it sort of turns yellow instead of, you can see where it's being cleaned, it's not nice. So we want to refinish the plate. The soundboard, just clean it up. It's beautiful. And then we cleaned up a little bit of the brass here, but you can see where we haven't done it. We would change the A-graphs. These are A-graphs, and restring and change the pin block. The pins are leaning against the plate, which you can barely see, and the tuning pins are on the loose side, although it's not that bad again, but every 100 years you want to change the pin block, and possibly some other parts. I'm going to put the phone down. Well, no, I'll hold it and play a few chords. No pedal. Plenty of the sustain. The piano sounds really pretty good for an old piano. The keyboard, I'll catch it as best I can in the light and make it shine, but it's ivory, and it's really in good shape. I'll find the worst blemish I can. I know that there is one, I saw it earlier, but you have to search for it. There's a little crack right there. and a tiny little chip there, less than a half a millimeter. That's the worst in the whole piano. So that's all I have to say about that. And then I'm going to pull the action out, and you will see what it looks like. Piano has never been worked on, which is wonderful. We cleaned up the hammers and the action, and it's really pretty nice. Now, what you should know is that the hammers have very little felt left after 100 years. You can see that there's not a lot of felt left in this area. So really, at some point, very soon, if it's played, it will need a new set of hammers. And when we're doing that, we would change the shanks right through here and the wiffens underneath, because they're all an ancient style, actually they're modeled for 1910, and this is a 1911 piano. So these are not adjustable easily, these parts here. So we would want to change and turn it modern, and I'll show you what a modern action would look like. We would use Hamburg Steinway parts made by Renner for that, and the pin block is what holds this in place. So I'll just go over, and we happen to have a Hamburg Steinway. We've finished changing the parts, and this is what the action would look like. There it is. That's just fine. And those are the new parts. That's for a D, which is a concert grand. So we would put those parts in, and it would look brand new when we're finished and play like brand new. So that part is about as good as it gets. And that's about all you need to know. The cabinet is just beautiful the way it is. It needs to be cleaned up, etc., but it should be kept, as far as I'm concerned, as vintage. This is the music desk, and it's great. It just needs, again, the same kind of treatment that we give the top. It's not even that damaged. That's where the books would sit, and for 100 years it's pristine. So there you go. It's an excellent piano. Obviously the family fell on hard times in that nobody played, and previous to that, obviously somebody cared about the piano. So it probably got about 15 years of playing from 1911 to 1929 or something like that. And I suspect that it's been sitting idle since then. That's all.